Since the start of 2024, there's been a big shift in the type of content that's working well on YouTube, and it's led to beginner creators having what seems like overnight success. But it's made me realise that the entry level for people wanting to start on the platform and have some kind of success hasn't been this low for a very long time. The retention editing era seems to be over, and it feels like we've hit the start of a trend where it's become really easy for people to make videos. It seems like beginner creators are setting up their cameras, hitting record, saying what's on their mind, and their videos just go viral. And other creators much younger than me are opening up their laptops, hitting screen record and breaking down their $10,000 a month business models, and those videos are doing very well too. And it's great to see these creators getting some awesome results, but it's made me think, after all this time I've spent editing, filming, writing and planning my videos, has it all been worth it? Or should I have just hit record and said what I wanted to all along? So I'm going to look at YouTube growth from a realistic standpoint, showing you why I love YouTube and the biggest things that I've learned since joining the platform. I also really want to share this thing that I've been working on, and it's going to help anyone who's wanting to start a YouTube channel. But I can honestly say that starting a YouTube channel has been one of the best things that I've done with my life, and it's changed my life completely. So let me share the first reason why I love YouTube. Anyone can create content and do well. I think we're in a season where there's a new wave of authentic content coming through and being pushed in the YouTube algorithm. And the only reason that's happening is because more and more people are watching that type of content. And it opens up an opportunity for anyone who's wanting to get started on the platform. Think about it. If you wanted to create a video right now in your room and talk about some sort of value that you can provide on a specific topic, then you have the freedom to do that, because videos like that are actually performing really well at the moment, which is why I've gone for this style of video. Now, creators have realised that viewers don't find the value in the flashy editing and the overproduced videos, but viewers actually find value in what matters to them most, the value. Let me explain. Actually, no, let's let Ryan Reynolds explain.
Some films that I've been on they have a lot of money, and you kind of keep throwing more money at a problem when your real problem is that you are focused on spectacle over character. Audiences, I think, are a little inured to spectacle. I feel like the CGI effects and those kinds of things aren't what actually sustain an audience after a movie comes out.
Throwing time and effort and even money into better editing doesn't fix the actual problem, the value provided. The retention editing style worked for a while, the quick cuts, the fancy text, the really cool graphics on screen, but when every other creator caught onto this style and technique, I think the audience realised this wasn't the reason they were coming to the videos in the first place, which hurts me to say as a video editor, but the reason they watch the video and the reason they keep watching it is down to the unique value that it provides. And they're the key words, unique value. But how do you make value unique? It can be through the style of your video, but other people can replicate your style. No one can replicate that. So what is unique to you? Your story, your personality. Only you can tell the stories of your life, and only you can authentically be you. And if you combine your own stories and your own personality with value in your videos, then no one else can authentically replicate that. So these three things, I believe, are the strongest foundations that anyone can build their channel on. But the way I like to see it is that it gives you hope, because you can actually start creating content right where you are. Just pick something that you find interesting and start creating content around it. Choose something you want to learn more about and share what you're learning. Okay, so the second thing that I love about YouTube is that it brings the opportunity for freedom. Okay, so I'm in a 9 to 5 at the minute, and I basically don't want to be stuck in that 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I want to end up creating content about things that I find interesting and earning money doing something that I love. And the thing about YouTube is that it's a great starting point for paving that path towards freedom, whatever that freedom might look like for you. It could be financial freedom, time freedom, or like me, freedom to earn money doing the thing that you love. And that might be freedom from ever having to work a 9 to 5 again. I am actually going to touch on how much YouTube has made me through YouTube AdSense and through the actual way that I monetize on YouTube in a little bit. But what creating content on YouTube has done for me is that it's basically opened my eyes to see that I can actually make money online doing the thing that I love. So yeah, YouTube is like this self-sustaining revenue generating thing that you can use to make money and create freedom. And the next reason that I love YouTube is that it gives your life more meaning. Before creating content on YouTube, my life was good, and I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying it. I have an amazing wife, amazing family, great friends. But the thing is, I realized that I wasn't really making the most out of my life. I wasn't really driving into that purpose that I felt like I had placed on my life. And I knew there was that little bit more within me that I could be using to do something greater. And the great thing is, now that I'm creating content on YouTube, I'm actually creating content that I know is providing value to people. I've received many messages on X, and I've received a couple of emails too, where people have thanked me for putting a video out that has helped them to maybe just start something new, or even just learn a massive thing that has helped them to do something greater in their life. And that's what YouTube's all about providing the right value to the right people. And that's what gets me excited to make every single video that I make, and it's what's worth all the hours and effort that I put into the videos that I make too. Because the reality is, no matter how small you think your videos might be, even one person that views it out of the tens, hundreds or thousands of people that do view it, there might be one person that has their life changed completely forever because of one thing that they heard. Alright, so the next thing that I love about YouTube is that it opens opportunities for bigger things. Now for me personally, this has been the business that I started back in June 2023. I started my own web development business where I was creating landing pages and Shopify stores for clients so that I could make websites that were as sellable as possible. And without YouTube, I wouldn't have been able to get to this point of wanting to start my own business. And since starting my business in June 2023, I've been able to work with multiple clients and earn more money than I ever thought I'd be able to online. And creating content on YouTube led me to creating my own X account and posting content on there just around the business that I was building. Okay, the fifth thing that I love about YouTube is that it allows you to grow personally. Before I started creating content on YouTube, I was someone that was lacking confidence. I didn't really have much confidence in myself, in what I was doing, in my skills. I was also kind of this really uninteresting person that, well, at least I thought I was. But starting YouTube has allowed me to gain so much more confidence in myself. It's allowed me to try new things, start my own business, which I never thought I'd ever do. But it's just given me so much more confidence in myself and given me confidence that I'm actually able to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So YouTube has helped me to develop mentally, but it's also helped me to develop in my skills. Skills such as video making, like writing scripts, editing videos, planning for videos and storyboarding and things like that. But actually some time ago, I made a list of all the skills that I've learned since joining YouTube, and it came to a total of like 32 skills. So there's tons of skills that I've learned with YouTube. And that's great because all those skills can go on your CV, which you can use to apply for interviews and get new jobs that you never thought you'd be able to get. And in terms of skills, you can actually learn any skill that you want through YouTube, because YouTube, I believe, is the best free educational platform that there is out there, and no other platform can compare with it. So if you want to start creating educational content around a specific skill or topic, then YouTube is the place to be. But even though there's tons that I love about YouTube, there's been plenty of mistakes that I've made along the way. So for this next section of the video, I want to share what I've learned since joining the platform and how to avoid the mistakes that I've made. And actually later on, I've not forgot, don't worry, I want to share this process that I've put together that is going to help you make videos on YouTube. Okay, so the first big thing that I've learned on YouTube is your why. So this thing right here is the reason you're going to continue creating content on YouTube. You'll question whether you're going in the right direction multiple times, and when you win, you'll question whether you should do that thing that made you win more often. And sometimes you should, but sometimes you shouldn't. And the only reason you should do something really is if it aligns with your vision, your why. I've had many wins since starting on YouTube, and I think the biggest win that I've had must be the money that I've made online. I think I've earned just under $3,000 from my web design business, and my most recent client actually came to me from one of my YouTube videos that I've made last year, and that client has turned out to be my highest paying client yet, which came to $960. And I worked out that I must have been earning about $50 to $100 per hour just through my web design business, which is crazy. And I could have easily doubled down on the web design stuff, creating more videos about web design to get more web design clients. I would have made much more money than I have today, and that would have just kept compounding over time. But in February 2024, I realized that I didn't want to scale my web design business. I didn't see myself making this big business that helped people make web pages and websites for their company. And I realized I was moving away from my original mission for the channel. I'm just filming a quick 20-30 second video just to explain that I'm starting this channel, and the aim of this channel is to help creators become better in their creative skill. I've refined that over time. But the reason I make content is to help people make the best videos possible. That's my mission, and I'm going to share my vision in a little bit, but I have to really believe that the content that I make helps people to do this. If I didn't, and my main focus was money, then I'd have quit a long time ago. I'm currently making $26 a month from YouTube. Now let's say that I put out 3 videos a month. That's about $8.70 per video. Each video takes somewhere between 20 and 40 hours to make. That's about 20 cents an hour for the videos that I make. Now compare that to the $50 to $100 an hour website design business that I run. It would have been so easy to stop providing value to you guys and just make money for myself. But I'm building for impact, and if what I do pays off, which I'm pretty sure it will, then it's going to help more people, change more lives, and make more money than my web design business ever could. But this is exactly why you need a vision that's bigger than yourself, a vision that you can work towards, a vision that keeps you going regardless of how much money you're making from the content that you're producing. Okay, so here's my vision, and it's going to sound a little bit crazy to you guys, but here it is. I have a vision of making some kind of global production facility for content creators. It gives them all the production equipment and education that they need to make the best videos possible. But the main reason for it is to help creators connect physically together. That's the main problem that I've had and that I've noticed when creating content on YouTube. You're physically separated from other creators. I want it to have like cafes and gyms and have different places where creators can just sit down for a coffee and chat about strategy and ideas and talk about different ideas with each other. So for now, I'm just creating content and videos around the lessons that I want to be taught in the classrooms that I want in this facility. I know it's a big vision and it might sound absolutely crazy to you, but that's exactly what you need when you start a YouTube channel. A vision that keeps you creating content regardless of the results. Alright, the second thing is, be the guide, not the guru. Creating content on YouTube is basically like saying, here's my 2 cents. It worked for me, it might not work for you, but I'm just going to give you what I learned anyway. When you share content as the guide and not the guru, it basically puts you on the level that your audience is at, helping you to connect easier with your audience. At least that's what I've found anyway. It's easy for me to read a self-development book and basically say what's in it, but if I don't actually try what's in it, then you're going to trust my content less and less. If you practice what you're preaching in your content, then you're going to be trusted more by your viewers. The best thing that I've done is when I've seen a piece of advice that I think is going to work well for my content, then I'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work out for me or if it doesn't suit my style, then I'll go back to what I was doing before. Next up is probably the one thing that's asked the most by beginner content creators, and that is quality or quantity. So when you first start as a content creator, you see all of these impressive videos and you just want to make videos like the ones that you're seeing, but you don't necessarily have the quality to do that. So my answer for this question for beginner creators is basically to focus on quantity at first, because when you put in the reps, when you put in the hard work and you keep getting video out after video, you eventually end up learning new skills and refining those skills so that you can put out quality content. But the most important mindset that you have is that the more quantity you put in, the more work you put in, the quality will come as a result. But there was an issue that I had with one of my earlier videos on my channel. It was a video topic that had proven to do well in the past, so I decided to make my own version of it. The issue was, it performed pretty well and it's the best performing video on my channel yet. But with that has come a problem and it's made it really hard to grow my channel as fast as I wanted to. Now as this video has done well and the more views that it's got over time, it's brought in more subscribers that are interested in music production. But people that are interested in music production and music theory aren't necessarily interested in the videos that I'm doing for the foreseeable future on YouTube, which is YouTube strategy and making the best videos possible. Only a small portion of those people are going to watch the video, and even then, only a small portion of those people are going to watch the video for long enough to get promoted in the YouTube algorithm. So I've kind of created a bit of an issue for myself, because when you put out a video, YouTube pushes that video to your subscribers, and if your subscribers aren't interested in the video that you've put out, then YouTube is going to see that video as a poor performing video. But the beauty of YouTube is that it never stops working hard for your videos. So all of that to say, if you are starting a YouTube channel, then at least know what niche you're going to be creating content for. If you want to change niches down the line, that's absolutely fine, but don't do what I did, because what I did was change niches way too quickly. So ideally, as soon as I wanted to start making videos about YouTube strategy and making the best videos possible, I should have started a new channel. Now there's a question I want to ask before I show you the process that I've been mentioning throughout this video. Would I recommend YouTube to everyone? Well, the answer is only if you're in for the ride of your life. You invest so much time into creating videos, so any results that you get from your videos are really going to affect you. But when you have wins, no matter how big or small, they're going to mean the absolute world to you. But now I've had to try really hard to stick with the mentality that value is much more valuable than views. Alright, let's move on to this process that I've been banging on about. What I want you to do is take a screenshot of this. I'll leave it on here for a few seconds. But all it is showing you every single stage from starting your channel to making a video. Then everything from this point onwards you can keep repeating every single time that you make a video. Then what you can do is focus on one thing to improve every single time that you come to make a video. Now what I'm going to do is link in the description every single resource that I've put out about YouTube. This includes videos and guides. And what they're going to do is help you to get the best start possible on YouTube. But even if you were thinking about starting a YouTube channel, then you definitely need a basic understanding of how the YouTube algorithm works, which is why I've put together this video teaching you the fundamentals of the YouTube algorithm in just 3 minutes.